If marketing your book feels like you're shouting into this vast void, like you're supposed to be louder or clever or more hooky than everyone else just to be noticed, this video is for you. Because here's what I believe. Hooks don't work because they're flashy. They work because they actually make readers care. Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Bourbon. I've published 35 books, more than 35 books across mystery, magical realism, women's fiction, and I help authors market their work in a way that actually feels human, not exhausting. Today, I want to show you how to hook readers in your marketing, your newsletters, your blurbs, your posts, your pins, your promos, all without gimmicks, without hype, and most importantly, without burning yourself out, because I have been there. And if you want marketing that works with your storytelling brain, because we are writers, right, instead of against it, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I post Craft Thursday and Monday marketing videos every week to help writers connect with readers through story. Here is my first point today about marketing hooks. They are emotional. The biggest lie I think that authors are taught about hooks in marketing is that you need to grab attention. I don't think you do. What you need to do is create recognition. A marketing hook doesn't have to be clickbait or urgency or shouting new release or clever wordplay with no context. A real hook is a moment where a reader thinks, oh, this might be for me. And that's what we want. We want to make that kind of a connection. That is going to happen when your marketing touches on a feeling that they already have, for example, or a question that they're already carrying, or a longing that they recognize. So something universal that you're tapping into. So for example, something like ever finish a book and feel like something important shifted? Or if you love small town stories with secrets under the surface? Or this story is for readers who want comfort and truth. None of these are flashy, right? They're giving emotional clarity. They're showing what a reader is going to feel. And that leads me to point 2, which is promise versus spectacle. Here's the key distinction that changes everything, in my opinion. Spectacle gets attention, yes, but promise earns trust. Spectacle marketing looks like a lot of hype without context. Extreme stakes with no emotional grounding, constant urgency, right? You have to read this, you have to read it now or else. But promise-driven marketing is different. It says, here's the experience this story offers. Here's how this book might make you feel. Here's the kind of reader this story was written for. Readers don't follow authors because they are loud. They follow authors because they feel seen by that author and by what that author writes. If your marketing only tells people what happens, the plot, the tropes, the genre, they may understand your book, absolutely, but they aren't necessarily going to feel pulled toward it. And that's a loss for us. My third point is, how does this really show up in our marketing? Okay, so this is the practical part. A gimmick hook says, on sale now, big twist you won't believe, 5-star read. A story-driven hook says, this book is about what happens when belonging costs more than leaving. This book is for readers who love quiet magic, complicated women, and second chances. If you read for comfort with teeth, this might be your next favorite book. This type of thing works in newsletter openings, Pinterest pin titles. You know I'm all about Pinterest. Instagram captions, back cover copy, author bios, launch posts, all of the things. You're not trying to convince or just be loud or just, get attention in that way. Instead, you are inviting people into your book world. And when marketing stops trying to impress and starts to connect, you'll see that work. You'll see yourself building connections with readers. Now, this is the exact shift I talk about in my video, Why Storytelling Beats Selling. So definitely watch that next if you haven't already, because once you understand that readers respond to story, not pressure, marketing really will stop feeling like a performance and start feeling like this two-way conversation, like communication that connects. So if hooks feel hard right now, it's not because you're bad at marketing, so get that out of your head. It's because you've been taught to lead with spectacle instead of promise. Again, watch Storytelling Beats Selling next. It's linked on the screen. And just remember that when you are promising an emotional experience, you're offering that to your reader. Your marketing is going to have something to hook into, something real to hook into that a reader can grab onto, that they can relate to. And that's when visibility is going to turn into connection. And that's when connection is going to turn into readers. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Do you already do storytelling with your marketing? How do you use hooks in your marketing? Leave a comment. I would love to learn more about what you're doing with your marketing. That is it for today. Until the next Craft Thursday and or Marketing Monday, happy marketing, happy pinning, happy writing.
You need keep working just to get it though. I know she carried your whole world.